My interest in AI was definitely born from fear and anxiety. 1,000%. And now it's a place of kind of like weird, mystical pleasure, which is quite an about face. That doesn't mean it's solely that. I find it, frankly, embarrassing to admit that I use these tools. I can't quite tell if I can claim the work as my own or ethically endorse it. Nevertheless, I have found creative liberties in using them in a way that I haven't had in maybe decades. And it does feel new and alien, and I'm excited by the things that I'm producing with it. And it's opened up new things for me psychologically and in my artistic practice. It's like kind of uncomfortable to admit. I think that the creative industry, and I'm deeper in brand and design, has had a lot of kind of fear about what AI means for them, but generally, I think much of that fear has subsided as people have gotten more familiar over the last year, and now there's just a general skepticism. The aesthetics are not very good. There's nothing to be particularly inspired about. You know, there's a lot of ethical quandaries related to how these models were trained. People are like, can I even use this? Like, if I make stuff in this, can I pass it on to my clients? Like, legally, I'm confused what I can do with this. There's a lot of skepticism about whether it's able to create anything of kind of like aesthetic beauty interest. We've certainly seen weird things coming out. We've seen grotesques, which is somewhat interesting in its own way. There's this veneer of AI, or as one creative director put it, I loved it, he said, there's the whiff of AI, which to me implies a certain kind of aesthetic stench. I'd say the perception generally is like, don't bother with these tools because you're not gonna get anything good out of it. They don't produce great things. You can't control them all that well. And there's this kind of like almost overriding function that comes through in the visual quality. It feels like a comic book. It feels like Disney-fied. It feels very twee to me. It feels like a teenage boy's portfolio site. I personally don't relate to it. Oftentimes when I even try to build a character, it takes a lot of effort just to get it to reflect something that I can relate to. It feels quite immature. You know, there does seem like a risk where art will be entirely at the hands of engineers. Like, artists need to be in this equation. I mean, I think we all hope that any new tool, particularly a powerful one, can be used for good. Now, how we define good, I think, is a huge question. There's lots of conversation that we've entered this period where everything is the same. There's a homogenization of just cultural, artistic, visual trends, you know, whether that's in branding and logos, whether it's in design, whether it's in fashion. It feels like we're at a bit of a dead end with also too much to sift through. So my hope is that, you know, how can a new tool, a new medium, whatever we want to call it, potentially provide a little interesting doorway in that darkness into something new.